Alright, so I was on the TF2 subreddit, because I go there just about every single day, because I have absolutely no fucking life at all, and I noticed a few posts talking about the potential upcoming Smissmas Christmas update. And that reminded me, oh yeah, Christmas is a holiday, shit. So, I did some thinking, I was reading those posts, and I realized that people have some pretty crazy expectations for the upcoming Christmas update. There was people saying that they don't want Valve to replace the Christmas update with the Pyro update if it's even going to come out, like, for December. Here's my thing. I'm pretty sure that the Pyro update's not even close to being done yet. At least I'm kind of hoping it's not, because what I'm assuming they're doing for the Pyro update is, like, totally reworking everything, like how everyone's been asking them to do. You know, fixing the Pyro at its core, so, you know, to make the class a better class. We'll see if that happens, though, of course, but I don't think the Pyro update's going to be coming this year. Like, I really don't think that. Maybe Valve said, oh yeah, we're planning it for, you know, by the end of 2016, which in that case, I'm wrong. But we have to remember that it's also Valve saying this, so, you know, Valve time, you got to carry the 1, add a couple of zeros, and then you get your actual date, which, you know, it means roughly February 2019. So, you know, it's just, I'm just saying, you know, it's not always black and white with Valve. So, I would assume the Pyro update's not even coming, like, for a little bit, which I'm okay with that if it means they're gonna do a really good job on it, you know. I also saw people saying, oh, well, Valve doesn't make this weapon festivized, I quit the game. First of all, you shut the fuck up. That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Now, I know I literally just got done making a video whining about, you know, the Halloween update and how Valve did some fucky things in it. I know, I did that. My bad. I was mad about some silly things and disturbed by other small things. My point in that video, though, was I liked the Halloween update itself. I just thought some of the smaller things that Valve did, like in the background, was kind of stupid. And then they even fixed one of them pretty quickly, so that was cool. But the point is, you know, you can't expect Valve to do everything you want them to do. Especially when it's something so small and insignificant like a fucking festive weapon. That's a really stupid reason to quit the game. If you want to quit the game over a festive weapon, or a weapon not being made festivized, you should probably just go ahead and quit now, because there's really no reason to be here. You don't really care about the state of the game. You care about a fucking cosmetic. That's silly. That's, like, as someone that loves cosmetics, I can admit, that's fucking dumb, you know? I'm not saying that you're dumb for liking cosmetics, or you're dumb for liking festivized weapons. I'm saying you're dumb to completely quit a game like TF2 over a festivized weapon. Try to be a bit more supportive, I guess, you know, like, don't just leave because of a dumbass reason like that. Like, if they released the Christmas update and it was just ass, like they decided to change all the maps in competitive to I don't know, CTF2 Fort or something like that, and then they decided to make it so that you can only solo queue in casual, you can't party queue anymore, and they decided to remove community servers, like all of them, you know, and then they also added some Christmas cosmetics and a Christmas event. Then you could be mad. That would be, like, reason enough to quit the game, maybe, if they didn't, like, fix it immediately. But to say, oh, this small detail, if this doesn't happen, I'm gone. That's kind of silly. Like, yes, I know everyone thinks Valve is on thin ice and all this other shit. I don't even think Valve is on thin ice, honestly, because, like, fuck it, man. Like, they do this shit every update. They always kind of release an update that's kind of fucked up, kind of good, and then they spend the rest of their, like, time fixing whatever was fucked up, kind of. They didn't do it, like, all of it, but some of it they fix, you know. So, you can't really expect them to just have, like, the most perfect update that pleases everybody, because ultimately there's a lot of people in this community, and you're not going to please every single person. I think that Valve is trying really hard, but they're not quite getting it right all the time. You know, I think that maybe they are listening, they're just not that great at applying what they're listening to or something. I don't know what the issue is. You know, I'm just an idiot boy on the internet with too much free time. So much free time, in fact, that people are surprised that my dick hasn't been ground in the dust yet. So, you know, just take my advice or words or whatever the fuck with a grain of salt. You know, I'm not like some Valve expert. I don't work at a game company. I don't know shit about their inside job. I just see what I see from a spectator view, like a third person, you know, like a bird's eye view. I don't like see the details or anything like that. I just see what basically happens, and then what basically happens after that, you know? I'm not like, oh, I'm going to Valve, I'm gonna talk to them, I'm gonna get their inside scoop, I'm gonna bring it all back to you. No, I'm not that guy, unfortunately, as I'm not nearly important enough. Again, I'm just an idiot boy on the internet being stupid. Like, don't expect much out of me, please. So, ultimately, all I'm saying in this entire video is that you shouldn't expect every little detail that you want in this Christmas update to happen. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll have a really sick and detailed Christmas update and a done pyro update that's going to be totally awesome and everything we were asking for. What I think will most likely happen is we'll get just kind of like a Christmas update that might even be like community done, like community oriented, like a bunch of community stuff just added to the game because Valve was too busy working on the pyro update. And honestly, I'd be okay with that. I know everyone's like, oh, I hope they don't do another community update. Why? Why is that a problem? Why is that actually an issue? There's nothing wrong with them focusing on a better, bigger update and outsourcing, you know, the busy work of, you know, cosmetics and maybe a couple new maps to the community. There's literally nothing wrong with that. Like, I am totally okay with that. People need to, like, kind of lower their expectations a tad. Just a tad, because we're dealing with Valve here. We're not expecting, you know, the best update in the world every time an update happens, you know. It's simple. Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I live my life now, is I hope for the best, but I'm also prepared for the absolute shit can worst, you know? Just how it works. So, just try not to be too depressed if the Christmas update isn't everything you want it to be. If there's, like, legitimate problems with it, then of course, be mad, be upset, voice your concerns. But if it's something like, oh, they didn't make my hat better, too fucking bad. It's just a cosmetic, dude. You'll get over it, I promise. Anyways, just my 2 cents. Again, I'm just a boy on the internet making videos because I have a lot of free time and I like yelling at a screen for hours on end. So, there you go. As always, appreciate ya. GG. Peace the fuck out.